In the months that followed, the Bronx drill scene would be on fire musically. On May the 10th, KD and K-Flock would release their track War, a booming drill track all about going to war with your ops, with lyrics crammed with bravado and disrespect. K says that he spins the 800 block with Dougie B, he references Wu Lottie being left behind to die, suggesting that his friends had ran off on him, and K also pays respects to his fallen friend JB. Now, with their music buzzing in the streets, it doesn't take long for interview requests to start coming in too. And on May the 21st, K-Flock, Dougie B and B Love would appear in an On The Radar interview, speaking for the first time since their glow up and saying rather prophetically that since gaining fame, they still move the same.
Are y'all moving a little bit different now that the record's out? Like,
I'm the same every day. Same. I'm the same. I gotta move more tight.
Yeah, like for me, he like that.
Cause now people see your face online.
I don't like being like seen. Like, I don't like people. Oh look, I don't really like that.
Despite still being heavily invested in the streets, K-Flock would say in the interview that he now feels like he is truly a famous rapper.
I feel like a famous rapper.
K-Flock is also asked by the interviewer why people say he's a menace, with K ironically playing dumb.
Why are they saying you a menace?
I don't know. I'll be chilling.
You seem cool.
That's what I'm saying. I'll be chilling. I don't know
You
what they
seem.
talking about.
Yeah, seem cool.
When asked by what name they go by as a trio, K-Flock says EBK or Everybody Killers.
EBK. EBK.
You say EBK.
Everybody. Everybody.
Word.
That's what time we
EBK. Anybody.
That's what's gonna be about. The whole EP. EBK.
From here, as we mentioned at the start of the story, at a certain point overlaps between crews would lead to a breakdown of former friendships. In May 2021, Shah EK of the OGs posts on Instagram every Flocker shot, YGs or not, an apparent diss towards K-Flock, giving his former acquaintance yet more reason to identify as EBK or an everybody killer. Meanwhile though, over in the YG studio, more members are picking up steam in the rap game and using their newfound platforms to disrespect their enemies. On June the 4th, 2021, Yus G's of the YGs drops his song Warzone. This would feature disses aimed at K-Flock's fallen friend JB, as well as referencing Noah and Smelly, two of the young men affiliated with the OGs and Hybrid respectively who lost their lives as part of this feud. A little while after this song released, K-Flock would go live beefing with Raj's of the YGs, confronting Raj's who had apparently told D-Thang that he had shot K-Flock in the stomach, with Raj's suggesting that K-Flock is being a snitch for airing out their personal gang business on live.
What you do, Rob?
What am I? I might go say what you want me to just come in my face.
Nah. You know why I don't believe you nothing you say? Cause you said, what are you dead? You clap me in my stomach.
You over here capping in your raps. Son.
Why you jacking? You shot me in my stomach.
Yo, bro, what am I doing?
Word of my mother, I had my cousin on this. D thing even told me. D, that's who told me. My cousin said you shot me in my stomach before.
You gonna get me on IG with 1,500 views, say I shot him.
Nigga,
oh, you high?
Nigga, you talking about high? Nigga, it's nothing on my stomach.
You want me to say I shot you with 1,600 views, right? Body, you badass. Right.
You never did nothing to me. You never even, bro.
I ain't gonna lie, this man going to jail. Do you not hear what he said?
Fortunately, at this point, K-Flock was still putting out music in between his street feuds. At a certain point, taken to the recording booth to pile yet more disrespect on Raji's name, K-Flock's June 20th release, What You'll Wanna Do, aka Power, was a big track. The song's name and the sample underlying the UK drill beat was borrowed from Kanye West's classic Power. And in the track, K-Flock disses Raji's or Ra, saying that when they saw each other, Ra didn't shoot. He also once again references Wu Lottie tripping up and losing his life. He says openly that he's a demon and that he spins through the Bronx trying to kill, and saying that he will spin with 2 guns and take the life of anybody who represents OY. 3 days after this, on June the 23rd, Raji's would drop his own song with Nesty Flocks, BTB, responding to K. The track itself is full of disses aimed at K-Flock and Shari K, specifically trying to get under K's skin with insults aimed at JB. It's funny that K-Flock said in his earlier interview that he feels like he's a famous rapper now, because off the back of the music that he was making, despite still being at least 1 foot deep in the streets, K-Flock was starting to see the spoils of a successful career in music. That same month, K seems to get his hands on a new car, a brand new BMW M4, a nice car which K-Flock apparently immediately starts using for sliding on the ops, posting clips online of him driving recklessly and dissing ops from the car. To be honest, at this point, K-Flock is really coming across as a live fast, die young kind of guy. But the reality is, the success of the music that he was making was truly giving him the financial means that that he needed to get away from the dangerous blocks where he grew up and many of his friends were losing their lives. But K's pride just didn't seem to want to let any disrespect slide. On June the 28th, Raji's would tease a snippet to yet another song dissing K-Flock on his Instagram page. And only a few days later, on the 3rd of July, his homie, also of the YGs, D-Thang, along with Nesty Flocks, would release the incredibly disrespectful song Wedgie Man, with the song's title being a reference to OG's member Shah EK, who had been seen in a viral clip being given a severe wedgie on social media. This song extensively disses Shah EK, aka Jiggy Man, once again bringing up his earlier shooting. Nesty Flocks would go on to diss other members like Lil Thunder, who had apparently been attacked by Nesty and Raji's, being tripped up and beaten in yet another clip posted to social media, but is again far too shocking to show you on YouTube. In the track, Nesty also claims to be OG's K, and D-Thang would go on to say that he's smoking Noah, Benji, and Diddy, something that you will hear him do frequently in many of his tracks. He'd also go on to say that Shah EK got shot, as well as dissing E-Dot. In response to this, only a few days later, K-Flock would be seen spinning the 800 YG's block once again. But this time, it was a much more serious escalation, with this provocation setting into motion a chain reaction that would lead to back-to-back killings, sparking one of the bloodiest summers that the Bronx had ever seen.